What's up, everybody? It is finals week. I've been super busy, but I still wanted to get a video uploaded for you guys. I threw together some clips of some reps I took in cage most recently, and I'm just going to break them down, point out a few things that I think I could work on, point out a few things, maybe help you guys out a little bit. By no means am I like a professional goalie or anything like that. If you're new to the channel, I'm Josh Roybal. I play goalie for the CU Denver men's lacrosse team. And before we jump into the breakdown of the clips, this past weekend was Mother's Day, so shout out to all the moms. Hopefully you did something cool for your mother. I'll go ahead, I'll get the camera set up, and then let's jump right into it. All right, jeez. Got the camera set up, got the clip pulls up, and so we'll jump right into it. This first clip here is going to be a 5-hole shot, and I'm lined up on the second point of my arc here. I'm being sure that I'm not rushing over and using the post as a placeholder. I'm making sure I'm staying centered up with my shooter and not opening up that backside window here. Also, my back could be a little bit straighter, kind of give me a little bit more height up top, but you know, I feel pretty loose, I feel explosive, and that's kind of what you're most worried about. It's just having that athletic stance and feeling like you're ready to explode out and make the save. So one thing I did notice, my stance is definitely getting wider. I feel more comfortable with that wide stance and being able to make the 5-hole saves. So as the shot comes in here, one thing I noticed that could be a little better is the positioning of the head as it comes in. When I get down, instead of the top of the head making contact with the ground, it's kind of the side over here, and it's, you know, I still make the save, but you kind of want to have a little bit better positioning with your stick on those. So definitely something to kind of keep in mind. One thing I did like about this save though is I did a good job of, the shot is coming in towards my feet, I do a good job of, it's kind of like a jumping motion, and then I get all of my feet, I get both of my feet back behind the head here, and it just kind of gives you a little bit extra insurance to where if your stick wasn't there, then your feet would be there where the shot was coming in, and you can still make that save. So something to kind of keep in mind. I definitely am not the best at doing that. It's just starting to kind of work on that a little bit more. For this next clip here, this one's going to be off stick high, and you can see right away, just before the shot even comes in, this extra step that I have right there before you can see Tucker's releasing the shot right there, and I'm moving my foot right as he's releasing. And you want to kind of, you know, eliminate those last second adjustments or those minor movements right as the shot is being released. And it's simply because if he would have released it and my foot was in the air at this point, it would have been much harder for me to get over to this side and make that save if had my foot been right there. So got a little lucky on that one. One thing I did do a pretty good job at though is, even though my positioning probably should have been a little bit more centered, to be honest with you, I did a good job of making that step out, and you can tell it's a little bit wider of a step than it probably should have been if I was positioned in the right spot. But still was able to get over there. Did a good job of keeping the head horizontal, keep it nice and flattened out, and hold it there for a second as you make that follow-up step through, so you can swallow up that rebound, make sure it doesn't pop out or anything like that. So, and then let's see, moving on to this third save here. This one's going to be stick side hip. Once again, you can start to see this last second adjustment with my hand here, right as the shot is coming out. Let's see. There it is. Kind of slide it down. It's super subtle, nothing too major, but again, you want to kind of eliminate that stuff. But what I did do a decent job of is as the shot comes in and makes contact with the mesh, I did do a good job of rotating the head, again flattening it out. And one thing you can do is you're not always going to be able to swallow up the rebound, but if you can control the rebound and know exactly where it's going, then you can just kind of, you know, then you can swallow it up. And then for this last clip, this was like where I was most recently out in cage, and this one I just wanted to point out that even though it's down low, it's a bounce shot. It bounces kind of far out, and even though I had a little trouble tracking it, the main point is just taking up that space and not trying to catch the ball. So what I didn't do is, you know, I saw the shot bounce, and instead of bringing my stick down and then trying to bring it back up to catch it, I just left the stick down, stepped in front of it, and took it off the chest pad, and took it off the chest protector. So that's one way you can kind of approach making those saves. You know, it's not always your job as a goalie to catch the ball necessarily and stuff like that. So yeah, just make the save. Just got to be that brick wall and eat up the shot. So right on, there you have it. Hopefully this helps you guys out a little bit, helps point out a few things, and I mean, if anything, maybe even show you what not to do. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chilling a little bit. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Let's go, Lynx, baby.